I'm not as scary as I look. Come closer. I have much to tell.
Here we are, folks. We've arrived at Portsmouth. Let's go and check out our room. And here we have it. Wow. Gotta say, pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
You couldn't get a better view, could you? Plenty of space. That's the view, looking over Portsmouth Harbour. TV, lots of, look at this. Look at this. Look at this for a bathroom. Probably the biggest bathroom of any place you've ever stayed. Isn't it? Yeah, so we're here for one night, but right now...
Great view.
Yeah, it's a great view, and we need to get out, explore that great view, and we will check in later when we find out what the beer o'clock and food situation is. But first, a visit to Portsmouth Historic Dockyard. If you're interested in naval history, it's a must-see place. It's Portsmouth Historic Dockyard. Yeah, and we're on the way to check out HMS Victory. HMS Victory is probably the British Navy's most famous warship, having served as Admiral Lord Nelson's flagship at the Battle of Trafalgar. So we were planning on seeing the HMS Victory, Nelson's flagship, because it's a beautiful day to do it. And this is what we found when we got here. There we go. That's the Victory. In all its glory. Yeah. Nelson would turn his grave if he saw that, with his one eye. Not very appealing, so I think we've decided against that. So where are we going to go?
We're going to go and see the Mary Rose instead.
Oh, the Mary Rose Museum. Alright, let's go and check that out. The Mary Rose was King Henry VIII's flagship, and in 1545 it was part of a defensive fleet when a large French armada attacked the Isle of Wight, with the intent of invading England via Portsmouth. For reasons unknown, the Mary Rose managed to capsize, taking a crew of about 500 to the bottom of the sea, just a couple of miles from the coast of Portsmouth. Arguably more famous for the massive salvage operation in 1982, when she was returned to the surface on live television, an event seen by around 60 million people worldwide. So let's go and see what it was like then and what it's like today.
Come closer, everyone. Come here. That's it. Come beside me. I'm not as scary as I look. Come closer. I have much to tell.
The Mary Rose was the flagship of Henry VIII that served in his fleet for 34 years before sinking during the Battle of the Solent in 1545, with the King actually watching from nearby Southsea Castle. After 437 years underwater, the Mary Rose has been dramatically restored, costing £27 million. And so here are the key facts. 34 years as a King's ship, 437 years underwater, and 35 years in conservation. So that was the Mary Rose. What do you think?
I think the exhibition, when I first saw that exhibition, it was about 1985, and it was literally timbers being sprayed by water, and there was no museum or exhibition. It's much better. It's really fascinating. I really enjoyed it.
Slightly less scaffolding than the Victory. Folks, it looks like it's that time again, Pier o'clock. Let's go and check it out. Decided tonight.
4 o'clock. Opened in 2001, Gunwharf Quays didn't exist when I lived down in that part of the country, so it was interesting to see what was there. Turns out there's lots of shops and a great choice of restaurants. We decided Pizza Express deserved a visit.
We're here at the Gunwharf Quays in Portsmouth, having dinner at a traditional English eatery. Which is, of course, Pizza Express. It looks everywhere, but that's yet no sign of Prince Andrew. So if you're looking for somewhere to stay in Portsmouth, would we recommend the Ship Leopard Hotel?
The Ship Leopard is right on the front at Portsmouth Harbour and is a 2-minute walk to Gunwharf Quay and its many shops, bars and restaurants. We wanted to visit the historic shipyard and sit by the water for dinner, so it would have been difficult to find a more perfectly placed accommodation. The hotel wasn't full, so we were actually able to get a much bigger room than we'd originally booked and paid for. Our room was very large and beautifully furnished, with an enormous ensuite that had a bathtub and a large shower. The room overlooked the water and the Queen Victoria's ship, HMS Warrior. The weather had been particularly hot during the day, and although there was a fan, it meant we needed to sleep with the window open, and the benefit of being at the front with all the pubs and very merry tourists and visiting sailors suddenly didn't seem so great at 2:30 in the morning. We chose to eat out in the evening, but we did have brekkie at the hotel, which was included in the price and which offered all the usual hot and cold options. The service was great, and Dave on reception mentioned that if any one of our subscribers calls direct, they'll do their very best to beat any online price. There is a small car park around the rear of the hotel, which is locked from 11 p.m, so it's very secure. The space is limited, so get there early. If you're looking for a convenient and comfortable stopover in Portsmouth, we think it's a great place to stay. So we're at Portsmouth Harbour. We just spent the night here and it's been a really lovely night. And now, after 2 nights away, we're finally going to hit the Isle of Wight. See you later.
On our way to redemption, I forgot to mention that I have a strong urge and thirst for the word. Inside daydreams, I can see past the caravans, be caught inside an oyster, shimmering, glimmering, make waves in the sky, stick my tongue out, draw a line in the sand just because I can. Ooh, ooh.
As you leave Portsmouth and enter the Solent, the route takes you past 4 forts that were designed 150 years ago to protect Portsmouth against invasion by Napoleon. Life on these forts was pretty grim, and those serving were deliberately chosen for their inability to swim to avoid any attempt to escape. So here we are, about half an hour away from the Isle of Wight and Fishbourne, and it's a beautiful scorching day, as you can see. And just a quick word about the ferry. We're on Wight Link, and it cost us £62 each for the return crossing, which I think is a bit steep. And we've been informed, and I'd love to know if this is true, this is the most expensive ferry crossing per mile of water crossed in the world. So, if you know any different than that, please let us know. Anyway, back to enjoying this beautiful mini cruise in the sunshine. We'll check in when we get to the Isle of Wight. The Isle of Wight is only a relatively small place, so we planned a leisurely route around some sites, the first stop being Ryde Pier. Then we're going to head south to Sandown Beach, and maybe grab an ice cream, before checking out the ancient historic Roman ruins of the Brading Roman Villa.
Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, because we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Only time will tell. Why do you keep telling me nothing? But I know all your flaws, at least they say something. Still I try to connect with you through your eyes. Your eyes. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. I still want all of you and I know all your colors. And I guess 'cause of that I can think of no others. Yeah, I need you to breathe. Without you I'm lost. I'm lost, yeah. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the...
It's not often we get to ride along a pier, so finding Ryde Pier was open to motor vehicles was great. If you visit, don't forget there is a 10-mile-an-hour speed limit though.
Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you.
Ryde Pier is the second longest seaside pier in the country. Only Southend's is longer. The original wooden structure was opened in 1814, and at 1,740 feet it allowed ferries to berth even at low tide when the sea retreats half a mile from the shore. It was extended in 1824 and reached its present length of nearly half a mile by 1842. It's also the world's oldest seaside pleasure pier.
No, what is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. Ooh, only time will tell. Ooh, tell. Ooh.
Look at this, folks. Glorious Isle of Wight. It must be mid 20 degrees, mid 20s, and we're here in Sandown, just stopping for hopefully a quick coffee or maybe even an ice cream. It's so hot. And Sandown is an old-fashioned seaside resort, but the beaches in Isle of Wight are fantastic. Just take a look at this. There may even be award-winning beaches. And there is Sandown Pier. A whole day's fun in one. You can't get better than that, can you? So after our wander on the beach in Sandown, we now find ourselves here at the Brading Roman Villa. One of the finest of its kind, apparently. So let's go in and check it out. Situated overlooking Sandown Bay, Brading Roman Villa is one of the finest Roman sites in the UK.
The villa is probably about 300 AD, so 4th century. This outfit is the sort of clothing that you might find for a rich person in the 3rd into 4th century.
I was going to say. Discovered in 1879, it's a fine example of an estate constructed during the Roman period in southern Britain, and famous for its invaluable series of Roman mosaics that can be viewed in their original context. So if you're interested in your history, especially Roman history, it's a fascinating place to visit. So what do we think of that Roman villa?
It's really interesting to see, actually. They were very bright people, the Romans, weren't they?
Incredible. They had central heating back in those days. Well, I didn't get central heating until I was about 25.